Hey, I just want to say before we get into this video, I'm going to blur this individual's name. I'm not here to bully or like make fun of somebody for how they want to play the game. To be honest, you can play the game however the fuck you want. I just think that it's a really good learning and teaching experience. So I hope that you can gather some information and I can learn along with you today. But before we get too deep into it, I'm trying to hit 5,000 subs by June, so if you aren't already subscribed and you end up enjoying this video, please consider doing so. Let's do a little bit of a recap real quick. When I play this character, when I play Minot, I have three different game plans that I'm kind of cycling through. When I play against a grappler, I'm not letting go of the orb. I'm not losing those orb normals, and I'm zoning them out with all the like big buttons, right? Stand, heavy punch, and everything like that, and I'm keeping them out. When I play against a fireball character, once they want to start like setting up their little fireball game, I'm going to reflect the projectile, I'm going to set out the orb, and I'm going to react accordingly with that orb. The third game plan is kind of needs some refining because I don't really know the matchups too well, but against characters like Dalsum, Poison, even Falk to an extent, characters that can kind of outrange me at times, but don't have like fireballs to reflect, I'm just using like Drill to get in. I'm using her little dive kick to try and get in, which kind of works sometimes, kind of doesn't. Like I said, needs a little bit of refining. Now, a big part of these game plans is that they rely on the opponent doing what you're planning against, if that makes sense. Like if you're playing against a fireball character and they never throw the fireball and you're just always looking for it, then it's not going to work, right? Your game plan is not going to work. You're going to have to switch it up. Or if they're a grappler and they are already in your face, then obviously you can't just press stand heavy punch. You got to change it up. And that's kind of the case here. I'm playing against Chun-Li, and this player is not interested in playing neutral. He's not interested in playing anything close to it, actually. He's going to jump a lot. He's going to do a lot of V skills, and that's his gimmick. And this is not uncommon in like the lower ranks, or even sometimes in the higher ranks. Some people are very good at their gimmick, if you want to call it that. His just happens to be V skill 2 and jumping a lot, and it works sometimes. You'll see I lose this first round, and I honestly should have lost the game in the second round, but he kind of messed up. And that's because I just didn't adapt fast enough. I was trying to play my game, and sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to play what they're giving you, right? Even if you don't want to play that way. To win, I just had to anti-air, and that's what I realized after like the second round or so. And usually at like round start, my universal sort of game plan is I'm just going to get into stand fierce range, press that, and then buffer crouch jab behind it to check a dash, or it actually recovers in time so I can anti-air. In this case, I couldn't do that because he just started flying at me. So I couldn't play the game that I wanted to. I had to play the game that I had to play with the cards that he dealt me in order to win. And you'll see, to be honest, I should have lost this round. It's very frustrating to see. I tried to use a new move there. I kind of got it. I should have did DP afterwards to kind of grab him out of the air, but I don't think I could because I didn't have the orb back. Lots of jumping. This is good practice for me, to be honest, because my anti-airs are kind of weak, but I don't know if this is how I wanted to practice them, but there's actually a gap in there somewhere, but I don't know how to interrupt it on the knot. See, he's just playing hopscotch, right? He's just jumping everywhere, and it's up to me to figure out how to beat this, right? He's kind of imposing his game plan on me and putting the ball in my court. His crouch medium punch went under my super. This is where I should have lost, but I got lucky. I tried to do crouch fierce here, did stand fierce hit anyways, because he didn't block. I think he was going to go and jump back in. He was about to do a re-jump combo or something. This third round, by this point, I've got it. By this point, I'm like, okay, just anti-airs. That's all we got to do. Got some punishes here. That's fine. Set the orb out. Maybe get some damage. The thing that I was thinking throughout this round was like, I know I need to anti-air to win, but how am I going to do enough damage with just anti-airing in order to beat him? Because it only takes one jump. It only takes one jump to hit for him to do as much damage as I did to him anti-airing like 80 times. So you see me start trying to set the orb out a little bit more. Doesn't quite work out. I'm like, okay, we'll just go back to anti-air because he's almost dead anyways. A little bit of stand fierce in there. Non-EX reversal. I got hit by it anyways, so this is what I'm talking about though. I got hit once, supered because I panicked. I didn't want to be in the corner. Plus I just wanted to end the game, but he didn't get the punish. I should have lost the game, right? I should have lost right there. Drop the punish because I didn't have VX. Yeah, I'm getting super overwhelmed, right? I'm getting nervous because we're both low HP. and I'm getting a little frustrated, but it works out in the end. By far, the biggest mistake I made in this entire set pretty much is that I kept falling into his tempo, and on Minot, you can't keep up with a lot of characters, right? She's pretty slow compared to like somebody like Chun-Li or Ken. Gives me a lot of problems when he starts barreling at me and I want to match that tempo, and I kind of let them dictate the neutral at that point. And you just have to remember to play your game and play your character's game. You can't fall into their tempo, right? Because your character just doesn't play at the same tempo sometimes. You see there, I'm using jump heavy kick a lot more because it takes up a lot of space. Plus, he's just jumping so much. There's no way he's going to be ready to anti-air me. And it can sometimes catch his jump on the way up even. Or when he presses the V skill. I wanted to try and use that EX move a little bit more. Her new EX Orb Explode. But can't really find a use for it, to be honest. Unless I get maybe like Crush Counter, Stand Heavy Kick anti-air. I think that's what the combo did in the video. In like the preview video. That's about the only use I've found for it so far. Might be very good against zoners though. I haven't messed around with it enough. See, his fundamental game plan doesn't change. He does EX Fireball or normal Fireball and then walks in behind it. I just didn't know how to beat it. I didn't know how to beat that approach option. I knew how to beat the V skill one. I know it doesn't look like it here because I'm getting shit on and I'm getting super overwhelmed here especially when he gets really close and starts crossing me up over and over again. I want to do jump back jab, but I got hit once, so I got kind of scared. I tried to do crouch jab into light orb set, and then the light orb set just came out for some reason only, instead of the jab into it. Here, oh, do I got it like that? I don't remember if I actually hit this combo here or not. I don't think, no, I didn't. I messed it up there. That's not supposed to be a heavy release. He threw me out of it there too. And then he taunted? What? I didn't even notice that in the original, like when I was playing the game. Why did he taunt? Why does he have that bound? Interesting. Damn, I wish I would have hit that combo. There's the jump heavy kick. I usually do stand heavy kick after that into like crouch, medium punch, and orb set. I don't know if that's the best thing to do. There, I actually been trying to buffer that a little bit more. Crouch, jab into EX release because it's actually pretty good. And that's what happened there. It just didn't hit. Lots of stand medium punches at this range now. I wasn't doing that before. I wasn't doing that in the first game, but he doesn't seem to know how to deal with it. Besides just jumping. Which, honestly, since he's jumping so much, I shouldn't have done stand medium punch because it will not recover in time to anti-air. I would have just had to block it. And then he would have been in. So that was actually bad. I should not have been doing that. But yeah, I close it out there. Got rough at some points, especially with the cross-up jumps, and like when he finally like got very close to me, just got overwhelmed. Anyways, I know this might have been a little bit rough, right? The commentary might be a little bit rough, but I'm not used to like using OBS. I'm used to like recording the audio and then recording the gameplay after, so I can like cut things as I'm going. This was something new that I wanted to try and just get better at as a whole. So if you enjoyed, please let me know in the comments down below and consider subscribing.